Right now, as you watch this video, somewhere on the coast of Saudi Arabia, a tower is growing. Not by meters, not by weeks, floor by floor, every single day. This is the Jeddah Tower, and it is on a mission to become the tallest structure ever built by human hands. 1 full kilometer into the sky. That's taller than any building in history. Taller than the Burj Khalifa by 173 meters. So tall that at the top, you will literally be standing in the clouds. But here's what makes this story insane. This tower was abandoned for 7 years, left as a concrete skeleton on the Saudi coastline, the ghost of an impossible dream. And now, it's back, faster than ever, racing to reach a milestone that has never been touched in the entire history of construction. This is not just a building story. This is a story about ambition, power, arrest, billions of dollars, and a race against time. Let's go. The year is 2008. Saudi billionaire Prince Alwaleed bin Talal stands in front of his team and makes an announcement. He wants to build the tallest tower in the world. Not just taller than the Burj Khalifa, which is still under construction at the time. He wants to go 1 full mile into the sky. 1 mile. That's 1,600 meters. Nearly double what would eventually become the Burj Khalifa. The engineers told him it was impossible. The soil tests came back and confirmed it. The ground in Jeddah cannot support a 1-mile tower. The plan had to be scaled back, so instead, they settled for 1 kilometer. Just a kilometer, no big deal. Construction officially begins in 2013. The architect is Adrian Smith, the same man who designed the Burj Khalifa. The contractor is Saudi Binladin Group, one of the most powerful construction firms in the Middle East. Everything is aligned. The money is there. The talent is there. The ambition, off the charts. And then, Saudi Arabia shook. November 2017, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, launches what he calls an anti-corruption purge. Hundreds of powerful Saudis are rounded up, arrested, held inside the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Riyadh. Yes, a luxury hotel becomes a prison. Among those detained, Prince Alwaleed bin Talal, the man behind the Jeddah Tower, and Bakr bin Laden, the chairman of Saudi Binladin Group, the main contractor building the tower. Half-brother, by the way, of Osama bin Laden, the 2 most powerful men behind the world's most ambitious skyscraper, both arrested within weeks of each other. Construction limps on for a few months. Workers show up, cranes keep moving, but the leadership is gone, the money is frozen, and by January 2018, everything stops. 62 floors, about 1/3 of the tower, done, and then silence. The cranes stopped moving, the site went dark, and for 7 years the Jeddah Tower stood as an unfinished concrete shell. A monument to what happens when ambition collides with power. But here is the twist. Alwaleed was released after 3 months. He paid an undisclosed settlement to the Saudi government. Bakr bin Laden walked free in 2021 after 3 years. And the firm that was arrested, Saudi Binladin Group, they were hired back in 2024 to finish the very tower their chairman had been arrested for. You genuinely could not write this. Between 2018 and 2023, the Jeddah Tower stood frozen. COVID hit. The Saudi economy shifted. Oil prices went through cycles, and the tower just waited. Satellite images from those years show an eerie sight. A massive construction site, cranes still standing, but nobody home. Then in September 2023, something changed. Jeddah Economic Company quietly sent out requests for bids. 14 contractors from Europe, China, and the Middle East were invited to submit proposals to finish the job. It was happening. In October 2024, a ceremony was held on site. Prince Alwaleed himself showed up. He posted a video on X, a gleaming render of the finished tower, with a single caption, "We're back." Construction officially restarted in January 2025. And what happened next shocked even the engineers. When construction resumed, the pace was unlike anything seen before on this site. One floor every 3 to 4 days. Think about what that means. You go to sleep. You wake up. The tower is higher. Multiple cranes working around the clock. Advanced pumpcrete systems pushing liquid concrete upward through pipes, hundreds of meters into the air. A workforce of over 5,200 people on site daily. By April 2025, just 3 months in, the tower had reached its 66th floor, past where construction had stopped in 2018. By August 2025, it passed 75 floors. By December 2025, it crossed 80 floors. And as of this video, the tower has passed its 95th floor, standing at 370 meters tall. It is on track to reach its 100th floor in the coming weeks. But the numbers alone don't tell the full story. Something remarkable is also happening on the outside of the building. Facade cladding has already begun. The glass exterior panels are being installed as the structure rises, which means the tower is not just growing upward, it is being finished as it goes. Mechanical, electrical, and plumbing work is running simultaneously inside. This is not a construction site. This is a machine. And it hasn't had a single lost time injury. Over 8 million working hours. 0 fatalities. The structural engineers at Thornton Tomasetti confirmed in January 2026 that the core is performing exactly as modeled in wind tunnel tests. At 1 kilometer high, the wind forces on this structure will be extraordinary. But the 3-petal footprint of the tower, that distinctive triangular flower shape, is not just for looks. It sheds wind vortices. It reduces structural sway. It is aerodynamic engineering at its most extreme. When this tower opens, currently targeted for 2028, what will you find inside? 157 floors. That's 20 more floors than the Burj Khalifa. A 4 Seasons hotel occupying the upper floors. Luxury serviced apartments. Class A office space. High-end condominiums. And at 630 meters up, the world's highest observation deck. A cantilevered sky terrace looking out over the Red Sea. To move people through this vertical city, 59 elevators, 3 sky lobbies, so no single elevator has to travel the full kilometer. Because at that height, the elevator cable alone would be impossibly heavy. The foundation? A thick concrete raft supported by hundreds of board piles, drilled deep into coastal limestone and coral rock, engineered specifically for this stretch of the Saudi coastline. And this tower is just the beginning. Jeddah Economic City, the development surrounding the tower, spans 57 million square feet. Hotels, malls, residences, a marina, a new urban district designed to transform northern Jeddah into a global destination. Saudi Arabia isn't building a tower. They are building a city around it. Here is something that puts this entire project into perspective. While the Jeddah Tower is racing to become the world's tallest building, Saudi Arabia is already planning what comes next. The Rise Tower in Riyadh, a proposed 2-kilometer skyscraper, double the height of the Jeddah Tower, 6 times the height of the Eiffel Tower. That project is still in design and planning. Nobody knows if it will ever get built. But the fact that it is even being discussed, while the Jeddah Tower is still under construction, tells you everything about the ambition driving this region. This is not about having the tallest building. This is about rewriting what humanity believes is possible. The Burj Khalifa has held the title of world's tallest building since 2010. 15 years at the top. In 2028, if everything goes to plan, that reign ends. 173 meters taller, on the coast of the Red Sea, built by a country that was barely on the global skyline map 20 years ago. And here is the thing about this race. The Jeddah Tower is not competing with other buildings. It is competing with what we thought was physically possible. 1 kilometer, straight up, from the ground. For thousands of years, humans built as tall as they could. Stone by stone, brick by brick. Now we are pouring concrete a floor every 4 days, at 400 meters above sea level. We have become something extraordinary. So where does that leave us today? Right now, as you finish watching this video, Floor 95 is done. Floor 96 is probably going up. 5,200 workers, cranes, pumpcrete, glass panels, all moving all the time. The tower that was arrested, abandoned, left to stand empty on a Saudi coastline for 7 years, is alive again. And 2028 is the target. Will it make it? The pace says yes. The engineers say yes. The numbers say yes. But this project has been delayed before, arrested before, frozen before. So we watch, and we wait, and every few days, another floor. 1 kilometer, the first in human history, being built right now. If you made it to the end of this video, you already know more about this tower than 99% of the world. And there is a project coming to this channel that will make the Jeddah Tower look small. I am not exaggerating. Subscribe, because you are not going to want to miss that one. Titan Projects. We build the impossible.